What's good, everyone? Welcome back for another session. I know it's been a while since I've layered in commentary, but there are a lot of units that I am meaning to catch up on in terms of showcases or whatnot. This is the one that I definitely did want to provide some commentary over because I have been looking forward to this guy getting an Extreme Z Awakening for quite some time. So I did have the level 10 links prepared and whatnot, but again, I do have a lot of units to kind of catch up on. So over the course of, the next several weeks, I'm hoping, I can kind of get up to speed, and I know Worldwide Celebration is coming up and whatnot, so there's a lot of stuff to cover, but, I've been out of the loop a little bit, so, just kind of bear with me. It's been, crazy as busy with work as always, but, let's just dive right in and talk about this unit. So, again, this is the World Tournament summonable Super Intelligence type Super Saiyan Bardock unit. Again, Extreme Z Awakening, very, very happy with it. A little bit specific to the types of event you can run, so I will go ahead and say throughout this showcase, specifically and strictly on the Red Zone events, and the one being the Frieza, and then I brought in another run of wicked I can't even talk straight. It's been a while, right? So. A non-wicked bloodline category enemy type situation, just kind of compare the two scenarios. Alright, so let me just go ahead and get started. Leader skill, not really relevant, but all types keep +3, HP attack and defense increase to 70%. Super attack will greatly raise attack for one turn, causes supreme damage, and also seals the super attack. The passive skill is keep +2, attack and defense increase 130%, plus an additional attack and defense increase 100% when performing a super attack. You also get key +3, attack and defense increase to 70%, launches an additional attack which got a high chance to become a super attack when facing only one enemy, and then high chance of evading enemies' attack including supers, and launches an additional attack which also does have a high chance to become a super when there's a wicked bloodline category enemy. So again, I wanted to bring in two different red zone scenarios just to kind of provide a realistic basis of one being the wicked bloodline category enemies, whereas the others not. I'm pretty sure I brought in this unit on the Cell boss enemy of the Red Zone event. I think in terms of links, I mean, they're pretty straightforward. Saiyan Warrior Race, Super Saiyan Family Ties, Team Bardock, Saiyan Pride, Prepare for Battle, and then Shattering the Limit. In terms of the overall potential system and the skill sets, I think at 100% with the EZA, you've got the HP of 15,234, attack is 12,639, and then defense is 9,558. I think in terms of the potential system build itself, I kind of spread it across the board and just kind of hedge my bets on the evasion or dodge ability because on events like this unit can certainly take some hits and take some damage. So just kind of mitigate some of the damage, I did apply a decent amount of evasion skill sets there. Just bottom line, I think from a high-level basis, I am very glad, and I don't think I've really had a chance to really talk about this, but a lot of the Extreme Z Awakenings with the World Tournament summonable units, I've been extremely happy. I know they're a little bit more niche of a unit versus more or less usable across the board, but certainly I'm very happy with that. It's always nice to see older units getting some recognition and trying to revive them and brought back to life a little bit. So for my case and just seeing the units over the years, I'm extremely happy they're kind of revived a little bit. Of course they could always be better, but I think you obviously do have to kind of look at it from a balanced standpoint, in a sense where you can't necessarily make these guys too overpowered, in a sense, right? You have to always differentiate between some of the free-to-play summonable units versus more the marquee banner units type situation. So bottom line for me is it's kind of crazy, right? Over the years, like just the power creep in general, like a lot of these, like this guy is producing 7.5 million in attack stats there, upwards of 9+ million. I mean, that's just looking at how this unit was before, that's just kind of an unthinkable concept in a sense. I think more or less before the EZAs and whatnot, you were happy to get, like, I don't even know, it was, as far as I remember, less than 1 million probably in terms of overall attack stats and whatnot with this version of Bardock. So a lot of indications that times are changing for sure. And again, I know the Worldwide Celebration is right around the corner. It seems like there's some initial data leaks or whatnot. I haven't really kept up with it too much. I've been kind of keeping myself in the dark and just kind of, once the things comes out, just kind of take it in and enjoy it real time. It's kind of the basis of how essentially I've been playing Dokkan Battle recently, and I should more or less talk about it in a separate video and just kind of, the revert back to like the old mentality of just finding out about units and what have you, like in game and all that stuff. So besides the point, bottom line for me, I am extremely happy with the EZA for this unit. It's more than enough for me to enjoy the usage of this unit from a niche scenario standpoint on very particular events. Of course, this guy with the given skill sets does best against wicked bloodline category enemies, but certainly can be utilized elsewhere. Again, the defense is probably a little bit of a limitation on this guy in terms of potential liabilities for the team, but of course that's essentially why we have items. I mean, I certainly wouldn't take this guy on the Cell Max event or whatever, but it's always at the end of the day good to see these units being brought back to life, and that's pretty much all I expect out of it. So I know there's a couple of other units I haven't really covered, like the EZA for the Tech Super Saiyan Goku that you can get from the World Tournament banners as well. I've pretty much got that fully EZA'd and 100% and what have you, and level 10 links across the board. So I certainly do want to kind of test that unit out as well. I think there's a fair amount of others that I've got either at level 10s or I'm currently working on. So like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm certainly trying to, catch up to speed a little bit. I know I've been a little bit sporadic with the uploads, and, apologies, regarding that. It's just the work life has been just way too crazy to be able to keep up with even like the Dokkan news and all the leaks and stuff like that. My mentality again has kind of changed in terms of, my overall approach with that, so it kind of coincides with the lack of content uploads. But either way, I know the past couple times I've kind of uploaded content without commentary, but again, I feel like I say this periodically, and I don't necessarily stick to my word due to circumstance or whatnot, but I do prefer to provide just my overall take, and I wouldn't go as far as to say analysis of a unit, but just my overall thoughts around it. I'm sure like that's better than just straight up watching footage of it. So I'll try to do a little bit better going forward. But as far as the current landscape goes, there are quite a bit of limitation on my side in terms of consistency and whatnot, and Nolar's the same case. Our professional lives are just all over the place, and takes a substantial amount of time, so it's a little bit limited in terms of availability for this type of stuff. But at the end of the day, content related to Dokkan on the channel, we're literally doing it for a hobby, so there's not too much pressure to kind of like constantly push for this type of stuff. So whatever I feel like this is something I want to cover, this is more or less like the approach I've been taking for I don't know, probably well over a year. Maybe starting in 2021 is really when things really started kind of changing from a trajectory standpoint for the channel. So I know I went on tangents as always, but that's kind of where things are. Hopefully, yeah, I mean, look, I'm satisfied with this overall output with this unit, given the type of unit itself it is. But yeah, that's my overall thoughts with it, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the showcase with the commentary as well. Again, I'll be looking to catch up on more content in terms of unit showcases and whatnot, so I can't promise it'll be a daily thing, but certainly expect that coming up. And of course, with Worldwide Celebration, I'll be summoning first thing and what have you, so be on the lookout for that as well. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it.